transparent, open book.
On the mic with Mike.
No, he's a businessman with a great radio show.
And he supports nonprofit
On the mic with Mike, the best business radio program in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, on the mic with Mike, back and better than ever. Why? This is the best business radio program around. I get the best show because I get the best guests. I've been seeing this guy out here since I came to Richmond in 2014, doing big things in the marketing world. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Patrick McFadden. Sir, welcome to the program.
Thank you. I'm excited to be on the mic with Mike.
There you go. See, that's straight up original, straight out of Bad Boys. I was, I'm not that original. I'm not that creative, but when I see something good, I go towards it. I've been seeing you with your branding that's out there since I got here. Talk a little bit about what you do, who you are, and then we're going to go and dive into some of the mistakes and issues that you see business owners out here doing on a daily basis.
Yeah, I founded a small business marketing consulting firm called Indispensable Marketing in 2012. I just quickly realized that small business owners, they knew what websites were. They knew it's, they knew what social media, and it's all these things out here, but nobody could come to them and say, hey, look, marketing is a process and all these things have to work together. And so instead of talking to 7 to 8 different people, the website, the graphic designer, the social media person, the digital advertiser, bring that in and let us focus on one strategy that's perfect for your business, but that gets communicated to all those different channels. And it really resonated with business owners because then, they got to cut out the noise, all those calls. Hey, Google Business is calling you. Is this real? Am I not showing up? So they got to cut out and eliminate the noise and have a trusted partner that they can call and grow with and mature. When their business matures, our marketing matures with them. I started off solo. And now I actually have a team of partners and employees that help me run this company. And we have clients all across from California to Maryland to Virginia to Louisiana that rely on us to help them grow.
So you're out there in, 2012, 13, 14. That wasn't a crowded space. There are a lot of business owners out there trying to shoot from the hip, do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that, getting their nephew, their brother's uncle, sister's nephew's brother, because, he knew how to turn a computer on, and that was their IT guy.
Yeah. That's actually the hardest part is when some business owners know that that's the issue. They're like, look, I was just filling the gap with a family member. And I realized that I need the expert to get the right results, right? Because what I hear often in the small business market is, I tried that already. And it didn't work. And I'll say, well, I tried to do push-ups too, but I didn't get the muscle. I didn't do the right push-up.
I hear you. That's for sure.
There's a big difference in doing the right push-up to get the muscle than just saying I did the push-up. And so, another problem too is the check the box mentality, right? So I don't need your services because my assistant posts something on Facebook. Yeah, but posting something and then being strategic about what you communicate to the world is 2 different things. And that's where we come in, and really it's a partnership for us. It's not a transaction. We're trying to learn your values, your customer, your buying process, your billing process, your servicing, and how does marketing impact those areas to build trust, and 2, educate clients on the best way that you bring value to them.
That's true. I had Corey Mosley on a couple of weeks ago, and he talked about, the value of trying to save a buck or two, to have your nephew do your website or your social media. Oh yeah, you might have saved a buck today, but you're going to pay the price down the road.
Yeah, it's funny. My employees will tell you, they'll say, "Oh, I thought I knew marketing," and then when they come work for us, they'll say, "Oh, there's there's surface knowledge, and then there's beneath the surface that nobody talks about that you have to know. And I just give you a real quick example. Showing up on the first page of Google, right? Most people say, well, I did my own SEO. Yeah, but to actually do it correctly, you do know it involves the foundation, which is called keyword research. What? I want to say, what is that? I'm like, well, you have to know the keywords, the phrases, the questions that customers would type into Google so you can map that back to your website. Thus, you show up when they type that in. Well, I've done that. Well, then, all right, let's keep going down the roadmap then. All right, you've done it. Did you validate that those were the right ones through Google Keyword Planner? Oh, no, I didn't
No.
validate. I just picked the ones that I thought. Okay, so you did the first step, but then you didn't do the validation to make sure those were the right ones that's going to drive the right traffic. The real quick give you example of this. Uh, there's people that type affordable bookkeeping out there, but what if you don't want to attract those customers? You want the ones who want a full service and the ones that want the premier. Well, that means your keyword strategy would need to eliminate words that is called affordable or cheap. You wouldn't want to put those words on your website because you're going to end up attracting those types of clients. So in order to attract the ones that you do want, you have to understand the types of phrases that they look for and that they're typing in. If they're typing in premier, best in the city, whatever those phrases are, those are the things you want to put on your website. So you attract the right customer, which, right customer, right approach leads to the right experience, which means you're going to get the reviews.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice you're listening to is branding expert Patrick McFadden. I've been watching this guy out here since I got here. Your social media game is on fire. I mean, it really is. So when you're talking to business owners, what do they call the second page of Google? The Witness Protection Program? Because if we ain't finding you, we are not going to the second and third page looking for you, sir, because, the ones who understand, they're on the first page. So when people show up to your doorstep, what's the one glaring thing you look up and say, well, there's another one, that one is the glaring issue most of the time?
It's probably going to be not really understanding the reason that people do business with them. A lot of times it never fails. We met with a tree service contractor, and his company. I said, hey, I went around and asked the owners and the executives, why do homeowners buy from you? Oh, it's simple. We bought this 300-pound piece of equipment. We're the only one in this local area that has it, and that's the reason. And it helps us with dangerous tree jobs. I said, okay. Let us validate that. Let us go talk to your client and actually ask them why do they do business with you. And what ended up happening was we kept hearing these themes. What this tree service company does that no other company has done for me is keep my yard clean. They don't put wheel marks or tread marks in my yard, and they clean up when the job is done. So I said, really? Okay, well, let me go back to them. Hey, tell me about this 300-pound piece of equipment. Oh, well, Patrick, it sits on the street and it reaches the arms up, grabs the tree, brings it in the middle of the street so we can chop it up and we don't have to mess up their yard. I said, okay, well, tell me a little bit more about your customers. Oh, they spend at least $500 to $1,000 on their yard, like doing landscaping. Oh, okay, so your homeowners pay for landscaping so they don't want to mess up their yard. Yeah. Well, I said, you do know the real reason you're being hired is because you do not leave wheel marks or tread marks in their yard. What? It's not the 300-pound piece of equipment? No. So we were able to take that core problem that they solve that is also wanted and valued by a subset of customers that value their landscaping, put that on the front page of their website. We put that on their social media. We put that on their printing material, their trucks, their advertising. And so now he called me up and he said, Patrick, they're calling me and they're not even asking about price. They just want to say, hey, I saw online, you say you won't mess up my yard. That's all I want. And so that's how you get out of the price business and the cheap business. And you have to find a real problem that people care about and solve it.
Because the price business and the cheap business is a crowded lane. Because there's always that idiot who just keep going lower and lower and lower.
Well, Mike, here's the other thing about that too. In order to be the cheapest, usually you have to cut corners. And there's always going to be one person willing to cut one more corner than you.
That's for sure. That's the danger. That's a race to the bottom. On the mic with Mike Patrick McFadden here. He is a branding and a marketing expert here, dropping nuggets of knowledge on us out here. So what you're talking to your business owner about is their website, their media presence can go to places that they can't. So their business is working when they are not. Drop some things on our listeners about the power of that. It's not that you're just out there screaming in the wilderness about how great your 300-pound piece of equipment is, that your website and your social media is working when you aren't, because you've tapped into the real reason that people call you.
Yeah, so I'm going to lean back to what I talked about from the foundation, which is interviewing clients. So your website and all your digital assets should tell the story that your client wants to hear, see, or read. And what we do is when we're speaking to somebody's clients, we'll ask them, hey, how did you discover this particular service? Oh, I Googled it. Okay, once you Googled it, what did you look at? What were you assessing? Oh, I looked at their reviews. I looked for photos of their work. I looked for case studies. I looked for pictures of their staff. I also wanted to know, were they local? Okay, so now let's move that to telling the story on the website. When you get to somebody's homepage, do you have that message of a promise? What are the core promise you could solve? Are you showcasing the reviews? Do you have pictures of your work? Do you have case studies? Are you telling the story that your customer wants to see and read right on that homepage? And that's how you're able to make that website now an asset for your business. Now it's facilitating what we call lead conversion, or in some businesses, just sales. It's now doing the job of a salesperson. It's educating, it's communicating trust, it's showing previous examples of work, it's showing that people have trusted you and got proof. It's making a call to action to the next step. Schedule a conversation, get in touch with us, get your teeth straightened, give us a call, right? So that call to action needs to be made in a way that it's helping them move towards solving that problem. Well, I think my business and my company is a perfect example of evolution and just maturing with your customers. We initially only did strategy, and we would map out the execution in a way where we gave them the roadmap, but they still had to manage that and interact with the vendors. Clients would say, hey, I love everything you've done up to this point, but I don't want to talk to those vendors. I don't want to manage them. I'll just pay your company a fee and you do that. You take care of that for me. So I said, okay. So we went from not only developing the strategy and plan to now orchestrating the strategy and plan. And that's when I knew I had something. And I said, okay, I have residual revenue coming in because we're able to now orchestrate the things that we have now laid out. And I compare it to pretty much being a pharmacy where we're writing that prescription, but we're also looking for where's the Walgreens, where's the CVS, who are the vendors we could bring into the fold to fill that prescription. And that's the other asset that clients get with us, is that we've vetted already vendors and partners. And so you get an injection of resources overnight when you come work with us.
One of Mike Patrick McFadden. We're here with you Monday to Friday, ESPN Richmond. We bring the game changers to you. 106.1 is where you can find us. We're also going to be on The Choice, 105.3, 2 to 3 every day. Me and my partners dropping nuggets of knowledge, wisdom on people about what certain businesses they do and how they're making an impact in the community. Patrick, can you hold for a second? We got to go ahead and pay some bills. On the mic with Mike, we bring you the best and brightest. We'd like to thank our show sponsors, Tom Childry, the credit card guy, as well as Andy Taylor and Junk Luggers. Andy Taylor and Junk Luggers. If you have things around the house that you need removed, that's things, not people, Andy Taylor's the man. He is also eco-friendly. Also, our business summit, May 17th, from the Fairfield and Chesterfield with Cena Hospitality. One of Mike with Mike, Nanette Shore, going to bring that to you. We'll be back on the other side.
Hi, this is Andy from Junk Luggers. Racing all over town here. As we take an eco-friendly approach to dumping furniture. Instead of dumping items in the landfill, we work with local area charities to donate, repurpose, and recycle the items. them out of the landfill and get back to the local.
We have 8
Find out more
minutes.
about us at www.junkluggerscentralva.com or give us a call at 804-299-3844.
Name is more valuable than possession. With a positive reputation, you not only obtain good credit, LLC, we help you gain access to wealth, knowledge, and personal power. Your credit, not sure where to begin. Or even trade lines to start a business, no worries. We've got solutions for all your questions. Build Credit LLC is here to help you begin, repair, and build your credit to get the lifestyle you deserve. Our 100% money back guarantee, we are committed to your success. Contact us today at 804-715-2395 or buildcredittrust@gmail.com for a free consultation. Mention promo code BCT2021 to claim 20% off your services.
Offer valid in the Commonwealth of Virginia and restrictions apply. 20% off of the services applies toward your enrollment fee.
The Henrico Economic Development Authority is proud to sponsor Biz Wednesday. The contributions of our diverse entrepreneurs power our economy. So we're thrilled to support a program that shines a spotlight on their businesses. If you want to learn more about how we're creating a more inclusive business community, visit henrico.com today. Take a look at our small women-owned and minority-owned business table. Find out how we can help business owners from all backgrounds connect with the opportunities they need to succeed. The Henrico EDA is here for you. Discover more at henrico.com.
Hello, I'm John Brent, Executive Director of the Colonial Heights Chamber of Commerce. We are a collaboration of business, government, and school professionals with a goal to enhance the Colonial Heights business community. When you join the Colonial Heights Chamber, you receive access to our weekly newsletter, monthly membership networking luncheon, our bi-monthly community connections group, and so much more. These features can help you enhance your economic success personally and professionally in the Colonial Heights community. Learn more, join today at colonialheightschamber.com.
Welcome to J. Bella Photography. We offer weddings, portraits, boudoir, and event photography. We also offer hair and makeup for a complete confidence boost, capturing memories and building confidence for women every day. You can find us on Facebook at JBellaRVA, and you can also find us on Instagram at JBella_photography_RVA.
The world is starting to open up. Are you ready to date? Blue Matchmaking is a safe, effective way to meet successful professionals. Everyone is vetted, background checked, and all matches are based on scientific compatibility. Let Blue Matchmaking take the stress out of dating. We offer a personalized experience. Your success is our success. Contact us at bluematchmaking.com or give me a call at 804-244-1398. Blue Matchmaking, where love grows.
Welcome to Miss Girls, located at 4809 Park Street. Open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. We take food back to the basics, just like Grandma used to do, the way we've always done it. So grab your family, grab your friends, and come taste a little bit of home. Miss Girls.
Today's weather is brought to you by Cena Hospitality, a true leader in the RVA hospitality and event space industry. CenaHospitality.com.
My name is McFadden. You're listening to my team Big Hubby. That's
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. One of Mike, the best business radio program around. We are here daily, 5 to 7 a.m. or 106.1. That's where we are. Today's weather, rainy showers in the morning, scattered thunderstorms arriving around noon. High of 78, winds out of the southwest, 10 to 15 miles an hour. Chance of rain, 50%. The humidity is 63%. UV index, 5 out of 10. Sunset today, 8:02. And the low this evening will be 66. We are here with Patrick McFadden, branding marketing expert. So, sir, you talked to a lot of business owners. What is the mood out there as we come post-COVID? What's the word on the street?
A lot of businesses, especially service-based businesses, that's usually who we're interacting with. They're doing really well all across the board. I'm seeing businesses either they're shifting, things in their business are shifting, from different revenue streams. But I mean, we work with a lot of home service contractors, so the electricians, the plumbers, the remodelers. I think right now the only thing that's really holding them up is the lumber cost and,
True.
and finding that material. I was speaking with a print shop the other day, and they were telling me that their cost of doing business went down because they offer online where the customer can just insert their own information and they don't have to take the order over the phone. So they've been able to see profitability because of online and COVID and what they've been able to do. And then we got other companies just in different divisions. The restaurants are starting to come back. Things I think supposed to open up in Virginia back around May 15th or 20th, something like that. But in my world and right now, I'm seeing a lot of businesses still do well. Um, Especially the ones where the customers care about them, right? I think the ones that capture their customers' heart and really solves a problem, those are the ones that's been able to make it.
So for you, from your business model, what has the COVID epidemic done to your business model? The things that you're doing now that you never would have thought you had done, and now you realize it, like, hey, that's a pretty good move right there. We're going to continue doing that.
The one thing, my company has always been virtual. I would say, but the one thing that COVID has really allowed for us to do is make our sales presentations through video. A lot of times it was just done over the phone or in person, but now some of the sales process and those elements now are just completely virtual, almost like any other business. Home remodeling contractors now are reviewing proposals with clients through Zoom and taking them through 3D virtuals of what their home remodel could look like. And it's no case for us, same for us. We're now just doing a lot more video. So instead of getting on the phone and reviewing the website, we're doing a video reviewing the website and then sending it to the client, and they can watch it on their own time. Where monthly, at the end of the month, monthly reports, we're adding video to that. Hey, just wanted to let you know, here's the things we saw happen this month with your marketing, things that is impacting. And so we've just been able to use video from a servicing and sales standpoint even more, which I think has deepened the relationships, because they still feel like they're getting that personal touch. That's been the real impact for my company with COVID. It's just the use of video.
You talked to a lot of business owners. Like I said, what are people saying out there going for Q3 and 4 this year? And so marketing as well. What are some of the things that people should be doing going into Q3 and 4?
Right around this time, hopefully you have a good gist of where your revenue is going to sit. Um, and around this time, a lot of our clients are in acquisition and hiring mode. And so if you're in a business where you're like, hey, I need people. I would heavily start focusing on how your marketing could aid in that goal. And like a lot of things that we're doing is creating careers pages, making sure applications are available online, using social media to promote the type of opportunities and positions that they have. Another big thing that we're doing, Mike, that I think is transforming the marketplace is we are learning. I think one of the secrets, so every small business has the capacity issue where they have to hire. But we're learning how to use marketing to retain employees and attract them very easily. And one of the secrets to that, and I'll just tell you up front, is having a visual aid of how somebody can evolve and grow with your company. Too many companies say, come grow with us, grow with us. And people will say, well, what does that mean? How do I know how to grow with you when I don't see it? So having either a visual employment ladder or career ladder, we're developing those tools, and we're having clients come back to us and say, wow, we're having people that say they were about to leave now stay because they saw now how they can have a career path with this small business. Even if it's something going from mover in training 1 to mover in training 2 to mover pro 1, like you may have to develop those particular titles and stages in your company, but somebody now where there's no vision, the people perish. Whereas there's no vision for your employees, they leave. So you have to have a growth path for them, even if you're making it up. And that's where we've been very impactful for a lot of our clients on the marketing side, is making that a visual aspect of their business.
Alrighty, how can people find Patrick McFadden and his team out there?
Indispensablemarketing.com, or you could look me up on LinkedIn, Patrick McFadden.
You are on LinkedIn, sir. Yes, you are. What you're doing there is outstanding. So, one of the great things I do notice about, let people know the power of LinkedIn, because I see what you're doing.
Yeah, so everything that I'm talking about, I give it away for free. And the power of LinkedIn is that one, I'm only one person, but I could meet a lot of people. So anytime I do traditional networking, I go back and connect with them on LinkedIn. So now they have access to me and my information at any time that it's disseminated, because I can't be everywhere at once. So that's one impactful. The second power of LinkedIn is using it to educate people on your approach. So I get calls all the time. They'll say, "Hey, I've been following you for 2 years. And that thing you said, diagnosis before prescription, when it comes to marketing, that's what I want." I'm like, "All right, well, look, I don't need any. I know exactly what it is. Let's go." So I'm shortening my sales process too, by putting out the right information on LinkedIn and having people call me. So they're coming to me. I'm not going to them. So that's an attraction tool that allows people to call me, shorten that sales cycle, and say, "Let's go. I've been following you for 2 years, 3 years, whatever." It's a long-term play now too, because I just told you somebody said 2 years.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Shortening the sales cycle is something that's been wanted since the beginning of time from a sales perspective. Alrighty, we'd like to thank you for coming on the program. Ladies and gentlemen, follow Patrick McFadden out there doing some really big things on the mic with Mike. I'd like to thank you for listening. We'll talk to you later. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.